Financial wellness. Reach out to them for advice at 855-DON-GINO. And now back to your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Franti.
Well, happy Saturday again from Don Getling and Gino Franti. Every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., we get to share with you what you need to know, want to know, and should know about real estate, finance, your community, and so much more. In fact, today, we'd love you to join us today.
Yeah, it's nice if they join us in the Vault Media Studio, as Don likes to say, your custom-built studio right here at Skyline Home Loans. And Don and I don't do the show by ourselves very often, but we're going to take a little time out today to give you what we used to call the Word on Wealth. The reason we don't do the Word on Wealth anymore is because we'd like to invite you to the National Real Estate Cafe, where we do a show every single day to bring you up to speed on what's going on in the market. Today, we'll talk a little bit about that and tell you how to get onto the National Real Estate Cafe.
All right, first, why don't you enter the Vault Media Studio, our custom-built studio right here at Skyline Home Loans off Attorney Road in Valencia. And the only way you can enter the vault, we have 3 live HD cameras here, thanks to AP Production and Furman and the crew. We got Lisa and Jen in the back running the controls, so we're all ready for you. So join us by going to donandgino.com. That's donandgino.com. Click on the live stream button, and voila, you enter the Vault Media Studio, and we're ready for you today.
We are ready, Don. We have a ton of great information. It's the stuff that we break out every single day. You know, our job on National Real Estate Cafe and when we started the radio show is to debunk these myths that the media has, right? To break down what the reports are and with no political spin, tell you what the report means to you, because the reality is some of these reports, you got to take them with a grain of salt. They're not all as important as they seem independently. What we do is we analyze the trends, and we try to tell you if there's really a trend happening, because one-offs, they happen all the time.
Well, before we get going, because we're always involved in our community, the community that we all live in, love in, work, play, and make money in, and we're giving back tonight, Gino. We got the whole group, the Skyline Financial crew. We got a ton of other people joining us for the Be the Light 5K at West Creek tonight at 7 p.m.
Well, not only is it good for our community, but it should be a lot of fun, too. I mean, it should be a really nice event, and you know, we like to joke around with Don, but he's got us all going to be glowing. He's going to be wearing.
We even got glow-in-the-dark shirts that say Skyline. It's always bright at Skyline Home Loans. How about that?
Cheese ball.
Total
But that's
cheese
okay.
ball.
That's Don Getling, folks.
Well, actually, if you'd like to join us, it's a great event. Just come out, bring the kids, because we'll have a lot of glow-in-the-dark stuff, neon this, and all the good stuff. You join. You can go to BeTheLight.org, I think it is. Lisa will look it up.
BeTheLight5K.org, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. And then join the Skyline team, and you get 25% off your entry.
That's right.
How about that?
Awesome.
So hopefully you join us
Let's post
again.
that on our Facebook today. So to get to our Facebook, go to donandgino.com, hit the Facebook logo, and we'll make sure to post it on our Facebook.
Yeah, like us. We like to be liked. And then lastly, before we get rolling today, we also want to head you off to a great website that we put together called America's Professional Resource Group, which is aprgi.com. That's aprgi.com. This is a group of the very best professionals in all of Santa Cruz. We're talking the best of the best. Most of our professionals in whatever field you may need, and it may be a field you don't need until you do, but these are the best. Most of them have at least, I'm going to say, between 15 and 40 years experience.
Yeah, and you know, the one thing I'm going to kind of, you know, they're all important. Every single one of these professionals is important
Actually,
in
we
their
got
lives.
one coming up next.
We do, and a very important one, actually. But one that I keep feeling like is neglected by the general population is Lisa Odom with Pool Shaffrey. Get a trust, folks. The more and more I learn about trusts, the more and more I learn about probate, the more and more I learn about the pitfalls and the things that happen. It is a complete disservice to the real estate industry, the way escrows, title companies, loan officers, real estate agents educate you on how to take title. It is just a very underserved area, and a lot of education is needed in that field.
Well, especially how to protect you and your family. There's a lot of ways that can change your life or their lives depending on what happens in your future.
A small example, too. It's not all financial. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he owns 5 or 6 properties. And he tells me today, he's like, dude, if something ever happens to me, I need you to manage all my properties. My family has no clue what to do with them. And I'm like, well, how are you going to designate me as that person if you don't have a trust? That's kind of where this is coming from.
Exactly.
Right. So I said, because there's no way I'm getting into a fight with your brothers, sisters, everybody else in the world in your family to tell them that that's what you wanted me to do. But if it's written in instructions, it is what it is.
All right. So, again, go to aprgi.com. All the professionals are listed there. Great articles. Click on the Vault magazine. Great articles that'll teach you something that we all need to learn from. And no ads, just articles of information and education and entertainment, too. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, there's good stuff in there. So let's talk about some more good stuff. We were lucky enough this week to receive an email that we're able to use today. Steve DeVore with Sterling Realty Group sent us a nice market update. So why don't we go through that, Don?
All right, so we like to share with you what's going on. We share with you, of course, daily on Real Estate Cafe, but Freddie Mac posted what's been going on in Los Angeles alone. And the numbers basically, Gino, are what? Supporting everything we've been saying for the last few months.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, when you look at this, the median sale price of the home went up 0.7% in July. So these are those incremental monthlies that don't seem like a big number, but if you think about it, that's annualized to like 8.4%. That's a serious gain for Los Angeles.
And what's amazing is a lot of you out there trying to find a home, you're going, wow, the home prices have gone up because I can't believe the median home price for a single-family residence is over $517,000 now.
Okay, so you heard it here first, and we'll talk more about this on the National Real Estate Cafe next week, but I anticipate, if not in 2017, in 2018 for sure, the FHFA will raise the conforming limit.
Now, that'd be nice. That means that gives you a lot more flexibility to get into your first home or your next home. And right now is such a good time because, and the reason these prices are going up, why the real estate market is so hot, is what we talk about all the time, is that interest rates are still near all-time lows.
They are, and also, you know, you're going to hear that credit standards are loosening. Kinda. And the only reason I say that is they're getting a little looser in the jumbo market. There's a little more creativity there. We had like no jumbo loans a few years ago, and now there's quite a bit of product starting to realize that, yeah, if someone has $7 million in the bank and they're applying for a $500,000 loan, we should probably give it to them.
You would think.
Yeah, well, for a little while we couldn't there.
I know, how funny.
Yeah, so those, the more affluent are starting to have a little more product, and that's helping the general market as well.
Well, and let's clarify for a lot of you out there going, I want to buy a home, but I can't. Well, you might want to check out what options are available because we help so many of you get into your first home or your next home because you don't know what you don't know. And we have been able to put together great programs, great opportunities for a lot of you to get into your first home. You did not know, probably, if you're a vet, that you can get in for basically no money out of your pocket. How about that? With one of the best loans on the planet. If you're trying to buy your first home, you could get in with 0 down or 3.5% down on an FHA loan and get it as a gift from your parent or a family member.
Yeah, or combine that with a grant. We've been doing a great job out of our office here at Skyline Valencia getting people grants. And I can't think of anything better than free money.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, in order to get that grant, you have to have a relatively good FICO, a relatively low debt-to-income ratio. And so this is really designed for those that have a medium income, haven't been able to save, but have shown responsibility, and they're getting anywhere from a 3 to a 5% grant, which is enough to cover most of your down payment, if not all of your down payment, or if you have a little bit to be combined with, so you can cover your closing costs.
All right, so if you'd like one of our professionals, I can guarantee you that everyone here that works at our Skyline office here in Valencia is an absolute pro. Our whole entire team are all pros, or they don't stick around. I'm telling you, we got the best of the best. So go to SantaClaritaHomeLoan.com. That's SantaClaritaHomeLoan.com. All of our professionals are there. Click on it, choose one. They're all great, and we're ready to help you figure out how to get into your first home, your next home, refinance. We're helping a lot of you. Actually, we'll talk about that the next segment.
I was going to say, we'll talk a little, we'll dive deep into interest rates next segment. What do you think about that?
Yeah, interest rates and how we are saving our customers, a lot of you, hundreds per month.
Strategy, strategy, strategy. It's not about rate. It's about the plan.
Wait a minute. The lowest rate is not always the best plan?
Nope. Sometimes it is.
Right.
Sometimes it's not. One of my favorite go-to strategies just this week, I just saved somebody $111,000 by paying $100 more a month.
Ah, you switch them to a shorter term.
Shorter term.
So
That's
now
right.
they're paying off their home faster even.
7 years of no payments. They've saved 7 years of payments. That's huge.
How about that? Just going, hey, for the next 7 years, you don't have to make payments
Well,
anymore.
it's not these next 7 years.
Yeah,
It's the last 7
But
years.
at the end, it's cool. It's like, you're done. You're done.
Talk about retiring earlier, right?
Exactly. All right. So when we come back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show, one, we'd like you to join us by going to donandgino.com and click on the live streaming button, get involved, And you can also reach out to us at donandgino@gmail.com. Check out our YouTube channel, over 1,400 YouTube videos on donandgino.com. And don't go away, because we got great stuff ahead.